Hi, how are you doing? This is Pastor Cheryl. I've done this a number of times, and it's just something always interrupts me or gets in the way. We are doing a study on retaliation, Matthew 5:38 through 42, Luke 6:29 through 30. I will write it down for you. And as you can see in the Synoptic Gospels, Matthew has what Luke doesn't have. And this comes from something we called Quella, Q, and it's not quite the same Q that we have in Star Trek, but we call it Q. And so, anyway, Matthew has a little bit more than Luke does. So I will read you Matthew. You have heard that it was said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say to you, do not resist one who is evil. But if anyone strikes you on the right cheek, turn to him on the other also. And if anyone would sue you and take your coat, let him have your cloak as well. If anyone forces you to go 1 mile, go with him 2 miles. Give to him one who begs from you, and do not refuse him who would borrow from you. Well, Jesus must have been a really exceptionally sweet guy. He must have been a really, really nice guy. And so, anyway, if someone would smack him on one cheek, he'd let them smack him on the other. And as anyone would sue him, he'd let them take all that he had. Back then, people didn't have much. If they had 2 coats or a cloak, that was really exceptional. My brother put it this way. When he was in the Mideast, in the army, he was in Afghanistan. He said they're born with nothing and they die with nothing. Okay. And he says things haven't changed there in 2,000 years, and he was blown away by it. He was a colonel in the army. This army had him traveling all over, and he got to see the world. Yes, he did. He got to see different parts of the world. Not the whole world, but he got to see different parts of the world. Here, if someone forces you to walk 1 mile with them, then walk 2 miles with them, it's just like he did not mind being taken advantage of. If he begs from you, do not refuse him who would want to borrow from you. Well, being a pastor, sometimes I just really get stressed out with my congregation. I have one woman who begs constantly. And it's really not attractive for an 80-year-old woman to go, oh, can I have this pretty please, pretty please, pretty please. That's something a child does, okay? That's something a little kid does, not a grown-up. And she would just stress me to no end. And now she's in a nursing home. And she could not take care of herself at all, period. So it's a good place for her. And she was getting childlike. So what does that tell you? She can't take care of herself. I think she's about 82 now. I'm not sure. And you know what? She's not sure. She does not remember her birthday. She would get it mixed up with her parents' birthdays. So if you would ask her, when her birthday is, she would know. So fall time is good. Give her a birthday card in the fall. Somewhere September, October, November, you're getting close. Um, and so anyway, but Jesus was telling us just to be exceptionally sweet and not mind if people took advantage of us or hit us. The problem is people have been doing this, Christians have been doing this for 2,000 years. And so other people kind of take advantage of that. They just say, oh, it's okay to do this to this church because they won't retaliate. It's, in the scriptures. They're not supposed to retaliate. And they do it intentionally because they think you won't retaliate. It's not really retaliating or taking them to court if you report them to the Better Business Bureau. Just type it up. It's a little story, okay? This is what happened. These are the dates. And I was told this by a fellow clergy person. It's not considered retaliatory if you just pass it on. Because, businesses will take advantage of churches. They will steal from churches. And it just goes on and on like that. Oh, they won't retaliate. After all, they're Christians. People take advantage. They do. They take advantage. Don't let them do that. Don't let them do that anymore. They've had 2,000 years of doing that. Please, don't let them take advantage of you. And this is part of Christ had this lamb-like, innocent little, image. And, he must have been raised as a very good kid. His mother did a good job raising him. But it's one thing to allow people to take advantage of you, and it's another thing to encourage it. And so don't let people take advantage. That's why I stopped taking people in here. They thought that since I had a sofa, I was obligated to take them in. And the problem is people steal. Yeah. Towels. Men always took towels. Washcloths. Hand towels. The women liked old antique jewelry. They would go through the jewelry box. I'm not obligated to take care of anybody anymore. I'm 70. I've done my thing. I've taken care of people. And there was this girl that stole my grandmother's little teeny tiny cross that she wore when she was confirmed. She was Roman Catholic, so she was confirmed. And so she happened to like that antique cross, and she took it when she left. Yep. People steal. And so I just don't allow them to come in and stay with me anymore. I don't have room. I do not have room. And if they want to park out back in the parking lot and sleep in their vehicle, that's different. It's not here. They're not here in the building. And they might be kind of incensed that they have to sleep outside or pitch a tent out in the backyard. But you know what? I've done my thing. I'm old. I've done too much for other people already. But Jesus says, if someone smacks you on one cheek, turn the other one. Just tolerate it. Put up with it. And if they want to steal one cloak, give them the other one too. Tolerate it. Put up with it. And give to him who begs from you. And, that woman begged and begged and begged. She was like a child. I used to discuss her with her best friend and say, what's with all the begging? And she goes, well, that's the only way she gets anything because she doesn't have an income. So everybody else was obligated to help her and support her because she did not have Social Security. So she felt that everybody else was obligated to help her. And I was, as a clergy person in the group, the other people in my congregation, even though they're on Social Security, they make more than what I make. They make more than I do. So they're begging me, and then they depend on me to do everything for them. And so I've discovered, because basically they're moochers, they will come to a potluck and not bring anything. You put out a container, saying donations, they don't put anything in. And so basically I've got a little group of moochers. And the one in the group that's wealthy donates less than the other people in the group. So So anyway, what can you do? You're dealing with people, and they like to take advantage. They love to take advantage. But here Jesus says just to let them go on like this. Karma, it comes back on you. It comes back. I will see you tomorrow. I will see you. Bye-bye.